Bringing it on right
Hurry
now.
up.
All right. And we are live, Jeffrey Kistner.
Hey, this is awesome. I want to be live, you know. All right, does anyone have a joke?
No, we're live now, Jeff.
No,
We're
I'm
live.
serious. I
Okay.
mean, I
We're
was told
live. Sizzle Global Takeover Team. What
I
is happening? We just got off a super, super awesome call. I am so pumped. I'm so excited. And so tonight's theme will be how to get more cash in your pocket and really tap into these bonuses that Sizzle just announced. I mean, I am so excited. I don't know about you, Jeffrey, Kistner, Elliot, and Bill, but I mean, this company already paid enough as it was. The pay plan was super sexy, and now we've just added an additional bonuses that are even now we're going to pay out even more money. I was kind of like, where are they getting the money to pay this out? That's how unbelievable it was for me.
well,
I
go
think
ahead, Elliot.
I think it's awesome. I think something that we touched on in the a little bit on the Saturday training was the fact that Sizzle talks, like Tom Maurer and the rest of the Sizzle executives talk a lot about how Sizzle is really here, built and is growing for the distributors, and I think so stuff like this just makes it obvious that that is the case. It's incredible.
Yep, and so on top of that, they've just made it so much easier to achieve the ranks. So if you've been sitting at, master or 1-star or whatever, now we have the combination of Cafe and Sizzle, so it's combined. So now you're able to reach those advancements a lot quicker. That coupled in with daily pay, you guys, folks, hope you're on this. I'm telling you, things are about to get really crazy, and I said it in the Skype group, buckle up, fasten your seatbelt, and get ready because you're in for the ride of your life. This company is about to explode. I mean, it's already exploding, but it's going to, be a bazooka. It's going to be a, what do they call that? What happened in Hiroshima?
Whatever's
Bill's
bigger
the
than
Marine. Ask Bill.
It's going to be a nuclear bomb. Don't say it too loud.
Super nuke is what
Super nuke.
you can't say super nuke over and over and over on Google because it's going right to Obama.
You better be careful.
I mean, he pretty much owns Google. Be careful here.
But
Don't say
I don't know.
super nuke.
I'm so excited about it. I just really am. I'd like to talk about it tonight, obviously, because we're so excited about it. I don't think we're gonna be able to shut up. I know I won't. But then also talk about, really how to hit those next rank advancements and things like that. We talked a lot about that on Saturday and how to sponsor and recruit. Obviously, our business really relies on recruiting, and making sales in our business. So I'd like to talk more about that and how to maximize some of these bonuses so that way you're really getting the most out of them.
April, let me touch on that a little bit. Is that all right with you guys? Bill and Elliot too?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Here's what it all is. Notice there's time frames on that to hit the super big bonuses. I mean, not that hitting 5-star 50,000 is a good bonus, and even at any time limit, you're still going to get 25,000. But this was put in place to really take this company. I mean, Tom Maurer has a goal to go to 14 billion a year in sales. And I have talked about this. In order for him to do that, there's going to be people making $1 million a month. No exaggeration. And it's not like that hasn't been hit in network marketing before. But what it is all really is about a sense of urgency and collapsing time frames. So it's no longer, there's tomorrow, like I'll call that person tomorrow. If there's someone on your mind, they've been on your mind, it's time to call them tonight because there is no tomorrow. You really have to call them tonight, and you have to get growing because even though these bonuses are incredible, there are time limits. And this is we're gonna go through this. Elliot's got a PDF. We'll see if we can put it up here. But this is about a sense of urgency. So all those people that they call it your chicken list or you're scared to talk to, it's time to talk to them because it could be the difference between getting a $50,000 bonus and a $25,000 bonus just because you didn't make a phone call to a couple of people that popped you over the edge. You don't want to be one of those people that there's 48 hours to go and you need a couple 100 points in bonus volume to hit 50,000 when that few days could turn it into 25 overnight. They're both really exciting, but we did a study, and I do a lot of polls like this, and I asked people on our team specifically if they'd rather get a $50,000 bonus or a 25, and they said they'd like to work a little faster, a little harder, and get 50 instead of 25. Does anyone? I
You
mean,
do a
did anyone
lot. You
vote
do
in
a lot
that?
of polls. You do a lot of polls, Jeff. They're very, very scientific. I like it.
They are. They're scientific, and I mean, we do accurate studies, and we believe that 50,000 is better than 25. I think it's mathematical.
Yeah, okay. It is, man. Well, it is true. People would rather get the 50,000, but I like the fact that even if you didn't do it within the time period, you're still getting something. And that to me is very generous of Tom Mauer. It really is, because there's going to be people that aren't going to hit it within that time frame. I mean, like Jeffrey and I were kind of talking before with Bill and Elliot. We were in our previous company. We both were hitting bonuses left and right, and it's not always easy to hit it in the time frame the company allows you. It's the truth, you know. So if you can still win, you know, and still get the bonus, it's even better. And like I said, I mean, I've just never seen. Me and Jeffrey have always said, you know, the compensation plan is very, very, very generous as it is right now today. But next month it's going to be. I mean, I just couldn't even believe it. I seriously was sitting here like scratching my head, like, where's he getting the money from? Is he going to take something away? Is there going, you know what I mean? But it looks to me like this is it, guys. I mean, this is just another feature that's been unlocked to several features, really. So that with the cafe combined and the daily pay, I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys just hitting those ranks and really cashing in on these big bonuses. Seriously.
I like what Elliot's putting up here, but you know, Bill came on early. I'd like to hear Bill's voice before Elliot does these slides. Bill, I want to hear some excitement. I mean, you yell with your Marine Corps, you get those guys screaming. You don't have to yell on here, but anyways, I want to hear how you feel about this. I mean, you've been on the calls, you've been really active. You and I have been doing three-way calls, you know, so, and you've been active in running certain types of ads, but how do you feel about these new features?
Yeah, when I was listening, I was thinking the same thing as April. I was like, how are they, like, what's the catch, you know? But then by the end of the phone call, it was like there really isn't any catch. It's just another bonus. I was just like, this is awesome.
He wants to blow by every company, and you know, we're wondering where he gets the money. I'm not even joking around. Tom already has the money. I mean, he's a billionaire. He has the money, and he wants to, you know, he wants to make the world a better place. That's why he's in health and wellness. He makes that pretty clear, and he already has the money. So it's just putting a sense of urgency and collapsing time frames and seeing if we can set some worldwide records. And you know, there's been books written about certain companies. This is just my opinion, of course. It's other people's opinion as well. There's going to be books written about Sisel International and Sisel Cafe, because it's going to set and is on track to set worldwide records with all kinds of things. You know, most 1,000 airs, most people making X amount of money, most products you know, sold in a year. You know, we're going to go be in the billions. There's going to be a lot of records set at Sisel International and Sisel Cafe, and it's the first really dual company. I mean, everyone says multiple streams of income, but multiple streams of income don't mean multiple MLM companies. But for the first time ever, in this particular case, it can be Sisel International and Sisel Cafe, and you can build them seamlessly together, and yet they're two separate companies. So, you know, for those on here that are brand new, that means daily pay from two companies, residual pay from two companies, bonuses from two companies, cars from two companies, and a billionaire founder who's going go, and we want to change your life and those around you. So Elliot, you got those slides up here. Let's talk about some of these things, because there's quite a few and they're pretty exciting.
Yeah, so I think this has been announced previously, but I think we want to touch on the new Platinum Partner program. So Jeff, I'm thinking, so while I'm talking, everyone is able to see the screen that's watching. So I'll talk for just a minute on it, and then you and April can, you know, discuss among yourselves.
And Bill, he's live here too.
And Bill,
I want him adding to this. He's been
so,
working a lot.
So the new Platinum Partner program is the rewards program for being a Platinum Partner. Starts with orders, and this is just on the Sisel side. Starts with orders at 100 PV. The reward, between 100 and 199 is between $20 and $39, which I lost my link, but it equates to a percentage. Actually, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to pull that up. 200 PV or over, you'll get back $50 to $74, and this is every 4 months, so 3 times a year you're going to get back. On the 5th month, after those 4 months, you're going to get a product voucher for $50 to $74. And then if you're over $300 in PV, which a lot of us are just based on how many Sisel products we use, we're actually going to get back $100 or more. It's over 8% of whatever you spend over $300. You're going to get back 8% of that every 4 months. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Elliot, it's amazing. I believe it's 300 plus. I believe that's unlimited beyond that, and
Yep.
I believe that I believe the percentage is 8.25%. So if you look at these numbers, 100 to 199, it's saying 20. If you were exactly at 100, it would be 20, and then that percentage, whatever that may be, the 199 would carry it to 39. And the same way with the 200, it'd be exactly 50 at exactly 200, and then up to 299. If it was 299, it would carry it to 74.
Yeah, so the percentages are 5% for the $100 to $200 level, 6.25% for everything over 200, and 8.33% for everything over 300.
Wow, it's what, and I've noticed, and I look at the numbers from down, and the company kind of said the same. We've always had this. We've had a tremendous amount of people that are, you will say, at $89. We have a tremendous amount of people that are at 182, 189, and this is exactly what's going to boost them into those platinum realms. Because when you start hitting 200, not only are you getting this money that you never got before. As a matter of fact, it pretty much, if you're almost there anyways, it's going to make it's nothing to boost it up $11 or $12. But it's even more so because there's we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but I just want to point out at 200 above, they're going to give you a voucher for all your shipping at the end of the year. So if you were, I'm making the numbers really easy, if you were spending $10 a month on shipping, you're going to get a voucher for $120 back. Pretty flat out impressive. And I was talking with someone on the phone earlier today just about that, and they were blown away. They're not even with their company yet, but I believe they're joining tonight. Yet still.
Yeah, and we can always go back through these. I just wanted to touch on a couple other points of the Platinum program. So at 150 PV on the Sisel side, with obviously your 50 PV auto purchase, which everyone on here would have, if you've got 150 PV per month, you're going to basically save 35% over their new list price. So Sisel's now got a suggested retail price for all the products starting July 1st. A preferred customer is going to save 15% on that. A distributor with less than 150 points per month will save 25%. But if you're on the Platinum program, from the last slide, you're going to save the full 35% on that. So I think having that tiered pricing is going to drive a lot of new new people coming in. It's really going to drive their orders to be at that 150 or higher level. So I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah, you're dead on that. April, you want to add to that?
Well, I just think it's all great. I'm glad we're going through this because I didn't really fully understand the Platinum Partner program, and I think a lot of people really didn't understand it. And so I'm glad that we're going over and we have these that we can share with people. I can't wait to really start seeing some of those quarterly product vouchers coming in, because I think that's going to be awesome. That's really going to drive up sales too. I oftentimes hear people complain about shipping, so I'm really excited about the next slide.
Yes, well, and actually, yeah. So the next slide um, is which platinum right now are bronze, silver, gold, platinum levels of qualification. 200 in Sizzle is what it is right now. So anyone that's qualified as platinum now, you can start that anytime this month, and you'll be able to start on this program. But anyone over 200 PV, and keep in mind that includes yourself plus direct customers. So 200 PV every month for 12 months, you get all of your shipping reimbursed after that 12 months is up.
In the form of a product voucher. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
No worries. It's really exciting because it's going to give a lot of people the opportunity to try some things they've always wanted to try. When you get, I mean, even at, it's over $100. No question about it. It's just quite amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. So Jeff, really quick, do you know how to qualify? Does it have to be an AP or an auto purchase, or can it be a 200-point order? So let's say somebody's not on an AP.
The way that we've heard Fabian explain it is that, or maybe it was Aaron, that explained it as basically their system goes through your orders for that previous 12 months and adds up all the shipping charges, and that's your voucher. So we're assuming at this point, and it's one of the questions we need to get kind of final answers for, but we're assuming it looks at essentially every purchase. It's possible that it wouldn't take purchases under a certain amount or something if all your purchases are $10 products plus $7 shipping. Maybe it's skipping those or something like that, but it sounds like it's essentially everything. It would definitely be all of your auto purchases. If you've got a 200 PV auto purchase set up, that's obviously going to qualify.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we'll get more details on that, but we don't know for April. I believe your question was, does it have to be on auto purchase or not?
Well, I'm saying, like, what if I place another order later in the month with that, and it's not an auto purchase? What if it's just an order?
Elliot and I were on that.
Placed as an auto purchase.
We believe that it's the computer is just going to go back through and just add up all the shipping charges, and it's going to be different for everyone because it depends where you live.
But yeah, that's a good question. We'll get that one answered.
Yeah, we'll get that detailed, and it's going to get exciting because as we get more into this in the next couple of weeks, our presentations that we do live 3 times a week, they'll change too, because on our already incredible compensation plan, now we're going to be adding anywhere from $500 to $50,000 bonuses. So on Sizzle International right now, there's 6 ways to get paid. But the 7th way is going to be bonuses, and it's going to get incredible. And you guys, like April says, hang on to your seat, because there's you heard them tonight. There's other levels coming, and which means there's other bonuses coming, and they're even going to be bigger. So
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if there's some $1 million bonuses, $100,000 bonuses.
As time goes on and people achieve it, they're going to keep us. They're going to allow you to set more goals. I mean, I believe
it's just the beginning is what it is.
It is.
There's going to be more features unlocked. I believe that Tom Maurer has this compensation plan. From what we've just heard just now, I believe that there's going to be a lot more features unlocked. I believe that there's room, especially with what I just seen, that there's going to be features unlocked, and that's usually historically how companies kind of do it too, is they unlock more features as they're growing and things like that to get the next level, so that the company gets to the next level. So this is going to push people into like a frenzy. I believe that people are going to go crazy and going to go nuts, and I'm telling you, some of your friends that maybe you've been chicken to talk to might end up in this company, and you're going to be kicking yourself because you didn't sponsor them.
Well, the opportunity to pick up thousands in bonuses, and Sizzle is built to last. Elliot and I have talked about this. You and I have, Bill and I have. This company is set up in a dynasty trust. If someone's not here new, this company's built to last. I mean, they're they're grooming Tom's grandson to take over. I mean, as gigantic as it is, this is still a family-run business, very unique. And there's a lot of companies. If you don't have to look around. I'm not naming any names, but they're going bankrupt. They're having trouble. These binary compensation programs keep changing their pay plan, and here we are just growing and growing and adding levels and adding bonuses to already we believe the highest payout in network marketing history in a health and wellness company. And now we're making it even beyond that. So we're beating our own personal records in pay. Are you kidding me?
And so, Jeff, one of the things that they briefly mentioned, and it's on this next slide, that I think is possibly bigger than everything they announced except for the bonuses is, and they only mentioned it for like 1 second, is that, so this is the platinum partner program still. You get some extra stuff. You'll get special deals and VIP admission to some events. A sampling program.
Yeah, that blew my mind when I saw that and when I heard that.
Basically, it's obviously it says to be determined. It sounds like it's going to be a program where we can buy samples of probably select products. Like Sisel would make a great sample product. So it sounds like they're going to be coming out with essentially sample size, packages of products that only platinum partners are going to have access to.
They're going to allow people who are serious and loyal to the company. And I've already said that a lot of people already know that there's big money in network marketing, but it goes to the people who are loyal to a company. It doesn't go to the jumper junkies. It goes to the people who are loyal to the company, that coils loyal to them and downline. I was talking to a person today, and it was really kind of exciting. He said, "Hey, Jeff," he goes, "I really love Sisel, but I want to make sure, you have a lot of experience. I want to make sure that you're not going to go to the next company and the next company." And I'm home, and that's the first thing. When I was talking to Tom Maurer on the phone before I joined, he said to the effect of, "Hey, Jeff, just for our conversation," he said, "You're looking for a home." He said the same thing to April. "You're looking for a home," and I said, "Yes, I am." And then he explained everything that he had going on, or briefly explained about 1% of what he had going on. And I said, "I'm in, and it's my home. This is I call it my masterpiece, my final build." So this is going to be really crazy, as we build this. Just be loyal to the company and build. Health and wellness is where it's at, from actual wealth, to actual wealth. So your health is your wealth, and you can be wealthy as well. You guys get it? You got it, right?
Got it. Yeah. The other thing that I think they mentioned, it's not on the slide, but it sounded like you're going to have some type of, they mentioned certificates and pins here, which is nice, but I'm more interested in, like, I don't know if this is actually going to be what the logo is, but some type of Sisel Platinum Partner, like, emblem that, I'll use it in my email signature, on my website, that kind of stuff. It's stuff like that I like that kind of stuff.
I want to add something, because there's a lot of new people on here, how generous Tom Maurer is, and I'm not, trying to be a kiss butt. You meet him, you talk to him, you hear him. He's generous, and I'll give you an idea. At the last convention in Las Vegas, it was pretty typical. I think rooms were $150 a night at the convention. Well, anyone who got their 2 rooms, at that room, so it was $300 just for doing that. At the convention, Tom gave you a voucher for $300 in products. I mean, that's what I mean. There's just nothing like it. You think about it, like I don't think there's 400 billionaires in the United States, and here we have one teaching and mentoring on calls, and just so down to earth and so awesome. So even though we have all this great things coming, we're in partner with a billionaire, and once in a while I get somebody to call me up and they say, "The owner's a millionaire," and I always joke around with them back. I said, "My billionaire trumps your millionaire 1,000 times over." Doesn't that make sense? 1,000 times over.
Hey, there's Patrick. How's it going, man?
Congratulations, Patrick. He probably can't hear yet, but
Yeah, you can't hear us yet.
yeah, but that's pretty awesome that just a few hours ago he grew his downline. You know,
Yep.
I just love it. So congratulations to Patrick.
There
Did
he
you hear
is.
all that?
There he
Did
is.
you hear all that?
No, you might have missed it.
That's okay. You're gonna have to. You can repeat all those words again.
Yes, just a quick recap on the Platinum Partner benefits. So obviously you're going to get the lowest possible price. Um, the rewards every 4 months you're getting money back on based on the amount that you're purchasing. Your shipping reimbursed after 12 months, and obviously the recognition. And remember, so that starts at 100 PV in Sizzle. The Platinum Partner rewards start at, and 200 PV, which is Platinum right now in Sizzle, is where you're getting everything in the Platinum program. And obviously there's the extra perks for over 300 PV, and so that's that. Anything else you want to add on the Platinum Partner program?
I want to say this one more time because it's really important. A lot of companies they put this big whip-de-doo thing together, and I mean I've seen this over 2 decades, and they make it sound like they have all this great thing for you going on, and they're going to announce this, but really they pulled the money from other parts of the compensation plan and then added the bonuses. So they weren't paying out any more money, but that's not what happened here. Everything's in place, and they just added more money if you think about it, to every single last level here that wants to be loyal, from Platinum Partner programs to bonuses, to we're going to talk about daily fast start bonuses as well. It's just amazing. So compensation was added. It wasn't moved around with any form of trickery, which is outstanding to already, again, we believe the highest payout in health and wellness network marketing history.
Totally
How's
agree.
that?
No, that's awesome. And like I said, like I said in my email I just sent out, as if weekly wasn't fast enough. now, now, now every time you sponsor somebody or get a new customer, all of their purchases are paid the next day. And actually, I take that back. That's not even true. It's every purchase in their first month. If they purchase multiple times in that first month, you're going to earn the Fast Start bonuses. And now instead of waiting till the end of the week plus 2 business days, you'll see it in the back of your account tomorrow.
Now, Elliot, it's probably the next business day, right? If it's a Friday, you'll probably see it on Monday.
Next business day. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to but I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. And what I picked up on tonight, anyone can correct me. It sounds like this is going to be, it's ready to roll, and it's going to actually start July 1st. Is that what you got from it?
Yep.
Well, that's incredible. I mean, if this is, we're looking at, this is July right now. Here we are, the 16th. It's before midnight. Someone could actually sponsor someone, bring on their friend, help them with $100 of coffee or something, and literally the next day around 4:30 have $45 in their account. Because isn't that a question we get asked a lot? How fast can you get paid? And you're going to be able to say the next day, tomorrow, you can be paid for what you do today.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I think what else is awesome about Sizzle when I'm talking to people is the fact that a lot of people they might not want to start out with several $100s in product or something like that, and that's fine. You can spend 50 PV, which in most cases is around $50, and you're fully qualified for Fast Start bonuses to get paid the next day. That's just not very common.
Elliot, I want to,
Hey, put your mic back down.
Okay, here we go. Thanks, Elliot. The technical department, Elliot Kosmicki. Hey, Jeff, lower your mic. Hey, Jeff, you got to click that there, and then you can talk to everyone. This is awesome. So you know what? It's just I lost my train of thought with all that, Elliot. I really did. So let's move on here. I'll remember. It will come back.
All right. So now we're looking at we're getting into the big stuff. So the new rank advancements. So your new rank in Sizzle is no longer based on, you're not going to have a Sizzle rank of Master and no Sizzle Cafe rank. So your rank is tied to the combination of volume between both sides of the company. So, and they obviously did this for a very specific purpose, because they're going to be paying out some pretty big rank advancement bonuses. So you've got, in this case, you're looking at, if you've got 200,000 in downline volume in Sizzle, 50,000 in Cafe, it equals 250, which is a 5-star. So the combined totals from both sides of the company will determine your rank, which I think is really cool, and then that leads to the rank advancement bonuses, which Jeff, do you want to touch on this?
I want to jump backwards again, because
right.
you messed me up with that mic thing, and this is really important. It's really, I'll use the word disturbing. I don't like it. You guys remember this term, buy a lot and let it rot. I don't like it when a company says, hey, you can get paid more if you buy all this. And that's a lot of times what they say. If you'll notice, if someone joins Sizzle with 200, or they join Sizzle with 50, they're still entitled to the 30 and 45% fast start bonuses. That's impressive, and they've made it very clear. We want you to use and enjoy the products you purchase. So there's no reason, to there's some perks to buying larger packages, no question, but it will not affect your fast start bonus. And I wanted to go backwards on that, because I wanted to make that clear, because it's so, it's so many companies out there, health and wellness and not, will say, okay, that's great, you could come on for 50 points, which in our case, most of our stuff is $50. But if you bring on someone for 1,000, you're not going to get the $450 fast start bonus, because you didn't come on like that. You can join for 50, and that's okay. And you could also sponsor someone who wants to come in for the extra perks for 1,000, and you'll still get the 450. I just wanted to make that clear, because it's impressive. The integrity's there, and you could make a tremendous amount of money, and you could get paid the next day. So that being said, unless Bill or April or anyone wants to comment on that, then we can move on. But I think it's really important to know how, with the integrity here.
I think that's very true.
Did I make it clear? That's it?
There's a lot to love.
All right.
So just real quick we'll just kind of introduce the rank advance, and then I know Jeff and April have a lot to say about them. Oh, we kind of had a lot to say in the beginning, but so we're going back to rank advancements. So these are all brand new. It's brand new money. A 7th way to earn in Sizzle and Sizzle Cafe. So these are one-time awards. Per rank. They're paid out over 12 months. The volume and rank have to be maintained each month to keep receiving that 12-month payment, which makes sense. It's based on volume, like we just said, combined volume, based on the combination of both companies. We'll talk about time periods in a second. And one thing we need to find out, Jeff, is for everyone here that's already a member of Sizzle, we're already partners. Some of us already have rank. Where does that rank start? Like where does our time and volume start? It sounds like it starts July 1st based on June, but with these time periods here, so here's the bonuses. What we don't know is when this 2 months starts, for instance. If you've been a master for a couple months, when does this 2-month counter start for somebody? So we got to find that out a little bit, but essentially new people coming in, we'll describe this like someone has just started today, or just started July 1st or whatever. So if you progress to 1 star in 2 months' time, it's a $500 bonus. If you don't do it in the time period, you still get $250. 2-star jumps all the way to $5,000 if you do it within 4 months, 2,500 if you just do it whenever. So obviously 3 stars, 15,000, 4 stars, 30,000, 5-star, $50,000, and like they mentioned on the call, they're going to be adding ranks because people are starting to blow by these already. So already here you're over $100,000 in bonuses, so that's pretty incredible.
Elliot, let me add this. They've made this clear. I mean, a 5-star, is a $250,000 in volume, and that was just on the Sizzle side. Now they're combining the two, and they showed you that example of 250. There's already people that have blown by $1 million. So
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive, and I've done this on former trainings, and I want to say it. People are motivated or not internally. In other words, I can't motivate you other than the short term. Like, I'll joke around with Patrick Mace here. I could chase him around with a stick, and I could motivate him for a very, very short period of time, but he's a pretty good guy. He might pick up his own stick and turn around, But you can only motivate for someone for a short period of time. But because he just sponsored someone a few hours ago, he's already internally motivated. I didn't have to chase him around with a stick to motivate him, but we can inspire people. And we can inspire people by doing it first, and that in setting an example, and that's what you do. You can show people the way. So what I've always recommended is get to master. Look at what you have to do to get to master, and then help people on your team, or I should say assist people on your team get to master. By assisting people get to master, you'll move up to 1-star. Now you think, well, Jeff, then what do I do? Do I help them get to 1-star? Well, no. See, they're already motivated. You do it the same way. You continue to assist people in getting to master, and they continue to assist people in getting to master, and that continues to push you up to whatever fancy thing that's coming. And that's really how it works. So it's not complicated. It's the same thing over and over. One person told me about a year ago that that's boring. I said boring makes me a lot of money. It's doing the same thing over and over. And those are things that you do. So you assist people in getting to master. And that's the most exciting, that you're on your way, because once you get to master, you assist other people in getting to master. Anyone want to comment? Bill, you're not smiling. All right, there we go. I'm watching all of you. I wanted to see if Patrick gave a mean look when I talked about chasing around with a stick. All right. Anyone, April, you want to chime in? We value your input.
You do?
Yeah, of course. You're amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I'm just really excited about it all. I mean, I think the more masters, the more 5-stars and 2-stars and 3-stars, and obviously the more people you help, you're going to succeed, So it's just true.
There's going to be those who are really collapsing time frames and that sense of urgency. And I'm going to say this now because I love that it's being recorded. And I already know this. You're going to see people that are collecting 1, 2, and 3-star, well, 2 and 3-star and above, bonuses at the same time, because these are paid out over 12 months. So if you look at this, there are people who are going to hit 3 stars in 4 months. So they're going to be collecting their 2-star and their 3-star bonuses at the same time. And I know this because both April and I did this in a former company before Sisel existed. So it's really it's interesting what can be done. You can fly through this pretty quick.
Well, and actually, Jeff, what if you look at it in someone's first year, if you stayed in their time period and qualified for the full bonus on each level, basically in that first year, you're going to be collecting 3, close to 4 bonuses every month.
That's exactly right, and that's exactly what they want. And you're looking. I mean, this is not small. This is This is $100,000, more than that, slightly over that, in 19 months to hit this, and that's on top of the that's above and beyond the 6 ways to get paid. and that's so life changing. You know, it's just life changing for so many people.
Yeah, so I just want to recap this. I'm gonna take it off screen share and we can chat a little bit. So the Platinum Partner Program, the Triple P, um, we talked about all the benefits of that. I think that's a great, the way they're kind of packaging the Platinum program, I think is good. I think we can do a little bit better job. I'm actually going to work on like a little PDF that we could share with the team to kind of encapsulate what that means to somebody. Because I think one of the more difficult things to explain, even though we don't like to explain, and I think Jeff and I and April have talked about changing this on the webinars a little bit, but ending it with how do I start? Because that's actually the question I get most. I did a version of myself doing Jeff's webinar, and then the question immediately following that is, well, how do I start? And that's a great question, but there's so many ways to answer that with Sisel because obviously, you can start with $1,000 master package and get off to a really fast start. You could also start, like we were talking about with the daily fast start bonuses, you can also start with $50 and start earning money tomorrow. So there's so many different ways to do it. It depends on the person, their situation, and it depends on so many things. And because you don't want to answer it, you don't want to answer it incorrectly for someone, right? So you don't want to assume that they only want to start with $50 because there's a lot of people that want to start with, they want to try every product we have. I mean, I've had people that that come in with some crazy huge order because they literally wanted to just put everything in their cart to try it, and so you just never know who the person is. So you don't want to assume they're gonna start with $50. But anyway. So describing that Platinum program, I think, will be good for us all to kind of be on the same page of like how we can present that to somebody because there's a lot of detail involved.
Elliot, what you're talking about is really incredible and it's important. One of the biggest things is when someone gets in network marketing is you have all these people and all these people listening in and so many people, but everyone has different goals and aspirations. If you talk to me, the goals are really huge. I've watched people that start out, they want to earn a few hundred extra a month, and all of a sudden, a few months down the road, they want to go over 6 figures, and then later they talk about 6 figures a month. Because it becomes more realistic. But it's hard to make a blanketed video when you care about someone because you have to find out what their why is. What are they? You got to go by that day. What are they trying to accomplish right now? If they have a tremendous amount of network marketing business and they know what it's like and they want to pick up these bonuses and go really fast, they might want to start with a $1,000 pack. And if they're inexperienced and everything, and they're just starting out and getting their feet wet, they might start with a 50. But it's so, again, they can get those fast start bonuses and residuals not kicking until the next month. But there are other reasons too. And I don't want to get too detailed here, but to get to master, you have to be a platinum. There's no question about that. And also there's some other total volume requirements. And you're going to obviously get there faster if you're doing more. But I don't think any of this is a challenge with a passion for what you're. I have a huge passion for health and wellness, and with that passion, you're going to want to try a lot of different things. There's no question. So I hope that helps a little bit of rambling there, but there might be a gold nugget or two in there.
Yeah, we're good ramblers. Yeah, I think so. The Platinum Partner Program, huge deal that I think as time goes on here, we'll get better clarity on that. Daily fast start bonuses is huge for a lot of people, so that's going to kick in July 1st too. The combined volume on both sides of the company, as far as determining rank, so your entire volume on both sides combined is now your rank. And rank advancement bonuses obviously is the big one. I still think one of the biggest ones is the sampling program. I'm telling you, that's going to be huge. Your mic's off, Jeff.
It's
I
going to
don't
be absolutely
understand the
huge.
sampling program. Did you hear that on a call or?
No, we don't know all the details
Oh,
yet. They mentioned it tonight that
yeah.
that platinum members are going to have access to this new sampling program, and
I
it's
think that means they're probably going to be able to sample new products before they come out.
I don't.
I thought that might be part of it, but I think what Elliot said earlier, I think there's going to be, I think you might be able to send people some Sizzling samples. I get asked for, it's amazing. I get asked because people want to try Sizzling all the time.
Well, I don't understand why they would make that just part of the partner platinum program and not like a company-wide thing.
They said, let me find it. So it's like it says special pricing on sampling program pricing. So it's not defined yet. All I'm saying is I'm excited about it because
We're excited to learn about it. Yeah, I don't think I want to send samples of sizzling though.
yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe Sizzle's setting up a system that they'll send them out for us. I don't know.
Oh, maybe that. Now that would be an idea.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Can you imagine someone does that and you can fill out a? I've been with some companies that you can fill out a form and they send the stuff out. And there's your loyalty program, and you might get so many that you could do that with a month. And talk about that. Talk about sending an email and a code and where to send it, and boom, it's done.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and only charge you
That would be
$20
awesome.
each one.
Obviously, we're making this up as we go along, but we should relay this to Aaron.
Well, Elliot, we've talked about this. I've talked about with this April bill that there's other levels coming, and look, now it's becoming a reality, and it's interesting. And when sure there's things coming, but I've learned to trust Tom Maurer, his family, and the staff, because there's a tremendous amount of experience. When you start a company with $100 and you grow it to $1 billion in sales, I would say there's some experience in there. And I'm sure he's made mistakes along the way that he's not going to repeat, but I'm sure he's going to make some new mistakes in the attempts to grow this faster. But none of them are going to be life-threatening. So we're going to be fine here. Unless you want to, maybe it means sampling, Elliot. You get to try new products out that have not been tested on the public yet.
Yeah, well,
as far as taste and what it will do.
That's what April's saying.
Well, that's what I thought maybe it was, but then I think what it is what Elliot was saying.
Well, you go ahead and go for that.
I'd be a guinea pig. I'll try it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would too.
So
I would try them out.
So I wrote down a bunch of questions that I had and that have come up. Does anyone, at least on the panel here, we'll open this up to people that have watched and on Facebook and Skype and stuff. But is there any other questions that we want to try to get answered this week directly from Sisel?
Yeah, I'll be on a Wednesday call with Fabian. And Elliot and I have done that a lot. April's done that a lot. And we get a lot of these questions answered live, and we write them down. So we'll get the answers. So if you think of something, it's time. And if you think about it after we get off this hang up, please email us, because Wednesday afternoon I'll be on with Fabian, and we'll get the questions answered.
Yeah, and so obviously we've ran 50 minutes, and we'll let April kind of take over. April, you want to do any training for 10 minutes?
Her name's in the link. We got to let her talk.
Well, yeah. Your name's in the link. We have to talk.
Oh.
No, I mean, but this is like such a big deal that we definitely wanted to focus on this tonight and make sure we start assimilating all this information that's coming down from Sisel the best we can and get everyone updated and prepared to share it with people. Because this is everything that we're talking about is official. So it's coming in the next couple weeks. We can start talking to people about it. We'll start seeing the changes reflected on the site and everything within the next couple weeks. So So let's get questions answered as they come up, as you're hearing about things on the morning calls. They'll be talking about these
Yeah, I would tune into
stuff
those.
tomorrow morning. So stay plugged in and make sure that when questions come up, let's get them answered as quickly as we can, so everyone can learn from it.
The live webinars will start reflecting daily pay. I mean, we're just a couple weeks out. We're less than 2 weeks out. So they'll start reflecting that. I'm not going to say anyways, we're going to talk about daily pay. Just briefly, we're going to run it through.
I think that there needs to be a heavy point on that. I think as far as recruiting goes, if you guys, mention the daily pay with excitement, people are going to be very eager to learn more because there's a lot of people that couldn't afford to eat yesterday. So when we announce daily pay, that's what I'm saying. There's we're still having a poor economy. Things aren't good economic-wise, and people are struggling more today than ever before. And the fact that we have a real solution for them, it's that they can actually, get paid tomorrow. If they join today, they can sign up somebody or sell some weight loss coffee, and then the following day they're paid. Are you kidding me? Do you know how life-changing that's going to be for a lot of people? And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to really, because of that daily pay, they may not be recruiting now, or they might not be recruiters or anything like that. Believe me, they're going to turn into recruiters because they're going to be motivated by that. Feeding their family always comes first. So I think as a team, it's really important that we prepare ourselves, that we start talking about it now, because the momentum starts now. We start getting the word out. We start telling people about it, so that way, because the work that you do now, you get paid for 90 days from now. And what I mean by that is that while you're working and you're building your business now, it builds up, right? And you get all this speed built up within the next 90 days. You're getting paid 90 days from now. It doesn't mean that we're paying out 90 days from now, so don't think of it that way. But it's work that you're doing now. And that's the way our industry is. We work really hard, for however long it takes. I always say for however long it takes until it's done, right? And then, we are paid for it. We're rewarded for that. So it's the work that you're doing now that's really going to build up into July, August, September, all of these months. Because if you've been on any of my trainings, you know that it's not the first contact usually that you have with somebody that they just sign up. It's usually it's like 9 or more times. It's like more like around the 10 time range that you've had some kind of contact or communication. You've answered questions, especially if you're, really tapping into some of the offline stuff. It's going to take a little bit too, because you're building relationships with people and getting them in the information and all that stuff, doing 3-ways. So that's what I mean by what you do today is going to pay you and reward you 90 days from now. It's going to build up and then it's going to explode like a volcano out. And then you're going to be like, ooh, this is exciting. So right now is the time, guys. You need to get out. Anybody you've been talking to and maybe that have even been looking at Sisel but told you no, contact them. This is what I do all the time on Facebook, guys. Like I already started doing it. People that have told me no, or people that have said I'm not ready right now, yada yada. I'm contacting them and I'm saying, you guys, listen, Sisel just launched, is going to be launching daily pay. I just wanted to let you know about this. I think it's super exciting. It's going to explode, and I know that you being a business person would definitely want to know about it. So I just want to let you know, and so I'm just really excited about it. So I'm just sharing, So I might even put in there, FYI, Sisel's launching daily pay, which I did use that line, and I just typed it into Facebook to somebody.
Yes.
So,
And not to belabor daily pay, but I think on the flip side, April, it also shows, and this came up on Saturday too, but it shows that if someone signs up today and buys weight loss coffee, that money is not in Sisel's account yet, but yet they're still paying it out tomorrow. So it goes to show how stable and secure this company is, that they're willing to do that with however many thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars are being purchased every day. Gosh, it'd be, I don't know how much it would be.
Ellie, it's a tremendous amount of money. They're paying out just on the weight loss coffee in direct money, not even all of it, just immediate money. That's 50%. 50% of the dollars that come in is boom, it's going right out.
It's gone before they even have it. So obviously there's a security there that, and that's why you don't see this from companies, is because they physically cannot do it because they're already trying to float, their residual payments to distributors, much less fast start bonuses. So paying them the next day isn't even an option for 99% of companies, which is, I personally think it's incredible being in, I'm an e-commerce guy. I know how this stuff works and how payments, come through companies and finally end up in a bank account. It's amazing that they're paying out half of it before they even have the money. It's incredible.
It means the money. It literally means the money's already there. It's
Yeah.
they know how much they're going to pay out approximately, and the money's in the account. I wanted to go. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. You're changing people's lives, not only from a health standpoint. But there's a lot of people that in the late '90s, early 2000s, they lost half their money through stock market crashes. I mean, people who worked 30 years to save up all that money. So they don't have what they need to retirement. A lot of them have. There's a lot of people with young families. They don't know how they're going to pay for an education and these types of things. This is really, and I was in families' homes for 7 years helping them, so I saw this. And I'm not going to get into numbers and financials, but it's fascinating. And I was saying this to April earlier today. It's incredible that. Do you know how much money you have to have in the bank to have $1,000 a month coming in? Before my grandfather passed away, his Social Security check was less than $900 a month. And here, someone could build in a few months they could build up. We've shown you a team of 39 people at platinum level is over $1,000 a month, and people have built that in a few months here. So what it took someone 20 to 30 and more years to build up, you could do in a few months here, and that's equivalent. I'm not getting into the math of it. It's equivalent to having a tremendous amount of money in the bank. Let's just say if you had $100,000 at bank, it wouldn't pay any $1,000 a month. So you're talking seriously, you're talking about that's equivalent to having $1 million in the bank at today's rates and what they're paying. So it's really life changing from that standpoint. So we don't have to get in the math. You can really, really change your health, your wealth. And I've always thrown this out there because I like people to think about this, the ones who have young families that are listening in. I've seen it in kids. They say, what does it matter if I study hard in school? I can't go to college anyway. I wouldn't be able to get the loans. I couldn't get the money. Do you think the children would grow up differently knowing that they could get into any college that they could, if they did the efforts, in their studies, that they could get in that school? And I think that buying a business is the same as college too. If they wanted to, do something else that, say they wanted to be a chiropractor, for example, that you would have the money to put them into chiropractic school and have the money to get the equipment to get them rolling. Just incredible. It's just incredible. I just want to give you some thoughts and some dreams, and I get these because I talk to a lot of people. It's one of the biggest things. I know what Elliot wants. I know what Patrick Mays wants, and I know what Bill Potting wants. I'm just pointing to people that are on here in front of me. I know what April wants. So anyways, it's really a big deal. Find out what people want.
Hey Jeff, what does April want?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
But you find out what people want, and I'll tell you, some of these dreams are really cool. And when you find out what people want, it might not be what you want to do, but I've talked to people who want to Christian counsel people for free, but they can't afford to do it yet. But if they had the money to support their family, they'd counsel people for free. You feel like if you assist them in getting that done, that you're part of that. It's really powerful. So I love finding out what people want, and then you help them get it. That's what you do. You assist them in getting it. And how do you do it? You become a master, and you create masters. It's really that's all. There is no more. Over and over and over and over until
the end.
The end. That's it.
That was
Until
that was
then.
1
That's
hour
going to be
on the
training
dot.
every Saturday. Become a master. Help people become masters. All right, go talk to people. Oh
Master
boy.
training.
Yeah,
April,
you guys will be able to run with this. I think that with all this excitement, and if you just get out there and share it with excitement, and run with it, guys. Run with it hard.
Okay.
You know what? I'm.
And really lead with your heart, because when you're leading with your heart, you'll win. Leading with your heart, really, how can I, you want to assist people with getting paid today. You really want to assist them because you care about them. Lead with that. Lead with helping them get out of the circumstances that they're in. Lead with sharing products that will improve their health because they're struggling with their health. Lead with the heart, lead with your heart. And people will really listen to that. That's what they listen to. I just got off a call with a woman, a coaching call, and she said that she had contacted so many people that never returned anything. She's joined people that never gave her a time of day, and she said she just really resonated with me because she doesn't want to be like that person. She wants to be a leader that, really, works with people and cares about people and shows that she cares about people. So, as long as you can just be like that, people will be attracted to you. They'll want to work with you. They'll want to join you, and they'll want to be like you. They will.
April, Elliott, Bill. It's the top of the hour. I'm just going to recommend it. Let's get off live and go to an after party. And I'm saying anyone who's watching this streaming, because some people are uncomfortable going on live. Obviously, this group is not. But if we want to take it off live, and we have room for 5 more people, we can have a little chat, answer some questions, be a little more, informal, and just really chat a little bit, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, if anyone's up for that.
yeah, it sounds good.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. If you're already here, you can just
All right,
stay.
guys. All right, guys. If you want to, you can come on live with us. We'll be live for a little bit longer for the after party. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming on tonight and watching. I hope that it really assisted you in understanding how this new compensation features and things like that are really gonna drastically change the way your business is today. I really truly believe that. I think that this is gonna just switch us into hyperbolic momentum, like faster than ever before. And like I said, buckle up, man. Buckle up, because you're in for a ride of your life. And I'm really excited for everyone on this team and everybody that's here in Sisel today and everybody that's going to be in Sisel with us in the future, because that's where we're headed, into the future. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night, and we will see you next Monday. Bye for now.
Bye for now, everybody.